Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm here in Orly Beach, New Jersey, right across the bridge from where I live. And this is just a kind of a somber video. 7 years ago today, as of we speak right now, we were in a serious situation here at the Jersey Shore, all along the East Coast, really. What a difference 7 years makes. It's actually a beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful. I'm not even wearing a coat. This is the beach replenishment. 7 years ago today, this very day, we were in a serious situation with Superstorm Sandy. These are all new buildings that you're seeing here. Actually, where I'm standing is a boardwalk now, but this was actually a building right here that they made into a beach replenishment system. These plants that you see here, these seagrasses, were planted here I think this summer, to be honest. And these will eventually grow really big and really full. And this is going to be one of the things that's going to stop, at least try to stop the storm surges that we get here. We still get surges here, very bad surges, where the ocean is right over there. I'm going to take you there. It's right across. But 7 years ago today, at this time, we were almost in the bulk of it. I think it was a couple hours from now. It is now like almost 2 o'clock on the East Coast. And I think around 4:30 is when it really started. And what happened was the ocean, which is there, and the bay, which is on this side, met. They actually met. They joined. We have gotten flooding here before. Pretty decent flooding, but not like that. The flooding, to give you an idea, the flooding was as high as the second railing here, right there. It would have covered the total bottom up to the second floor. So the top floor was okay, but the second floor, that whole second floor would have been totally submerged in water. Same here. That's why if you're noticing, everybody's building up. You don't see that it's on pilings. All these houses are built up. It's a law. They made it a law here in order for you have to in order to get flood insurance. It still could be bad, but I don't know if it would ever get that bad the way that they're building the homes. The hole underneath would not, well, see there where that door is, yes, it would flood. But if you see where the pilings are and the way the pilings are, the main part of the house would not flood. Everything's on pilings now. This one here, this brown one, this is new. This is all remodeled. This is very similar though to what it used to look like. But this one here, you see that empty parking lot there? I'm going to walk down. I'm going to show you a few things. I'm going to walk along the beach too. But I want to show you kind of what it is. I don't want to make it too long. I might make it in 2 videos because it's so hard to upload. It's just so hard. So I might do this in 2 parts. I just thought this would be an interesting day to do this because of, and it's good for me to get out and walk. I had a light day with my dogs today. I only had 1 set of dogs. So this actually was a building. Joey Harrison's would have been down there. I might take a walk down there too, but this is now part of the beach replenishment. They built all of these walkways. We didn't have these walkways before. So they really did a beautiful job with the replenishment of the beaches and the beach towns. But unfortunately, there's still people that do not have their homes. Money from the government, they're still in disarray. Some of them, I don't know if technically they're homeless still. But we had homeless people for a long time. So this is all rebuilt. Like I said, it was on the second floor. This one's rebuilt. It's all brand new. It's all brand new now. But last year at this time, I mean, 7 years ago at this time, we were bracing for the worst. We didn't know what was going to happen. This is the brand new lifeguard station that they put here. It wasn't anything like this. We didn't have this here. We have a lot of handicap ramps. We didn't have any of that. I don't know which one I want to take you out to. Well, first of all, this is the Lord's House Lifeguard Station. That's what they named it. This is where the lifeguards stay. They called it the Lord's House because the Lord saved us that day. We did lose, I think, 168 or between 168 and 278 people we did lose. But we lost life, we lost homes, we lost pets. Let's see, I think this might show. When I grew up here, it was heartbreaking. This commemorates the site of the Ortley Inn, owned by the Lord family. Oh, the Lord family, circa 1900, the oldest business on record in Ortley Beach. That's what it looked like. That's to see the horse and buggy and everything. That was built here. The plaque commemorates the site of the Ortley Inn, circa 1900. And I think we actually had, that's why they kind of named it after them. That was really a nice thing for them to do. The first aid. And you can even see, this is all new, but look, see what the water does to it. The ocean. This is actually wet. This is damp. This is all wet. Okay, let's go this way. That's all rebuilt down there too. Here's the lifeguard stations. They take them off. Now these were like, these are new. They were floating out to sea. With the garbage pails and all that. They were floating and gone. This is all brand new. These are all hotels. Brand new church. I'll take you over there. It's beautiful over there. I'll go this way. The boardwalk is actually they did it. It wasn't even 7 years because it's 7 years today. So they started rebuilding about a year later because they had to up and run. I'll never forget it because Trick or Treat is tomorrow here. It's the 30th, not the 31st. Because we have a huge Halloween parade here every year. And Trick or Treat was actually canceled. Because, we were still kind of in the storm. But we were also, I don't even have to go down there. But this parking lot's all redone. All those houses, see, they're all brand new. Every single one of them was destroyed. Every single one of them. The church is beautiful and bigger than ever. This church is absolutely beautiful. This is where I would want to get married if I married Michael. I think after 32 years, it's safe to say I'm probably not going to be getting married. But it's fine. We're together, They redid that whole church. Totally different. But it's sad because it was a historic church. The snack bar down there, I don't know if you can see it. I'll walk down there a little bit. The snack bar was rebuilt and it just opened only a few years ago. It opened back up. Because that's like the only area here, unless you walk down a couple blocks that way, that you could get food and drinks and stuff. But they built all these for you to get onto the beach. This wasn't here. You would just walk literally onto the beach. It had like a little bit of a walkway, but not like this. They really, really made it beautiful. They did. They dedicated these benches to some people from 9/11 in memory of Al Kappelman Jr., a victim of 9/11 by his loving family. I'd love to get my mother a bench here. She loved the water and the ocean and the beach. Residents 3rd Avenue since 1953. Thank you for welcoming all to your home and the many unforgettable memories down the shore. That's what the Italian people, well, not the Italian, but that's what the North Jersey people say, down the shore. We say at the beach here because we live here. See, this is the thing too. They put some of the welfare in here for the winter. So they just don't work. They just, like, he looks perfectly able-bodied to me. But that's just another video. They live in those for free in New Jersey. the government subsidized. Oh, I don't think I could get on from here. Let me go to this one. Let me go to this one. But see, you can see the church a little better. These are all done. Desolate now, which I love coming over here. I love taking Elvis here, and I could take him on the beach. They don't say anything to you in the winter. They really don't. See, this is what these grasses, these little grasses will grow into these big grasses. As long as the people stay off. They have to stay off in order for them to grow. And that's going to prevent some serious flooding. It's not going to stop it, but it will prevent it. These grew a little faster for some reason over here. So they built these, so this is how you get on the beach in the summer. And they have like a beach badge checker usually. And then they show you the currents. And it shows you can't have dogs, but they don't bother you in the winter. Please swim during lifeguard hours only. They don't stop you, but they want you to, they have to post that. They say no ball or frisbee throwing where people are, but people do it anyway. No tent building, shelter, sunscreen, windscreen enclosure. They do it anyway. They do. But so they put this like little, it's almost like a mesh. And it's nice because you take your shoes off by now when you're going. And you come up here. You know, we have fishermen in the winter here. Elvis loves it here. See, now there's a storm or something coming. A little storm, nothing big. Because half the beach is gone. See where that water is? See where all that water is? Honestly, there's some beach missing right now. But nothing like last year, 7 years ago at this time. 7 years ago at this time, I wouldn't be standing here. Because we were in the full brunt of it. Pretty soon, I think. It's so hard, it was so devastating, it's a little hard to remember some things. I know we didn't have electric, we had it on and off. The first couple of days we couldn't even cook. All my food went bad. So we had to make sure that we had to go so far away to get to find a restaurant, and it was like a 4-hour wait to eat. I think we were literally the first couple of days we were only eating once a day, and then ShopRite wasn't even getting deliveries. So a lot of people bought stuff before the storm, and then you could go up that way too. The smell here, I wish you could be here. It smells so good. And then right down that way is Seaside Heights. And I don't know if anybody across the country saw when the roller coaster was in the water. That was it was all over the news. The Jetstar went into the sea. And it was horrible. It was horrible. That's a new pier now. That's a brand new pier, new rides, and it actually looks like it's in the sea, but it's not. That literally looks almost like it was. I don't know why it looks like that, to be honest with you. It looks like it's in the water, but it's not. It's definitely not. It's just an illusion. If I could get a little closer because I'm parked over here anyway. Such a beautiful day to be here. I'm not afraid to be here. I mean, you know, it's different around here now, but it's still beautiful and it's still my happy place. Look at the seagulls in the water. I bet you the water is pretty warm, to be honest. It's probably 60 degrees. That's pretty warm. I mean, that's cold, but it's, you know, it's almost November. I try to find some sea glass, and as I'm walking, I just thought I'd take you with me today on this somber day because it's heartbreaking. We could have lost this forever, but luckily, you know, that is one thing about our government. We actually had President Obama actually came here and landed in Sugar Cove. mean, I guess they did what they did. They did what they had to do to help us the best that they can. I mean, we were nowhere near the situations that Katrina. I mean, we had food and everything. So it was a different situation than that, but it was still very, very bad. Very bad. I'm going to end this. I'm going to start a new one so I could upload them faster. I might do these in 2 or 3 parts, but I will be right back. Okay? I'm going to do my second part. Be right back.